Peace. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Substantial Sundays. I'm Substantial. That's Sherm the Barber, and we have a special guest today.
Yo.
This is one of my oldest friends, my man Cash. We figured we make it a family affair. Like all of us have known each other for what? How many years now?
Over 30, maybe.
Damn, close to 30. It's getting close to 30. It's like what, 28 years, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, because I met you when I was like 10 or 11. And then, 6th grade, so I was about 11. Yeah. So, we're showing our age right now. At least 5 gray hairs just creeped in, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so we got my man Cash here. Should be a cool show. We'll talk about a lot of different stuff. Per usual, if it's your first time doing Substantial Sundays, the routine is this. You say peace. You let us know where you're tuning in from, and the most important part of it all is to share the link. That's how we get the word out. That's how we get other folks involved in the conversation, and man, and have a good time. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start with shop talk, right? And then we're gonna get into some music. With shop talk, we're gonna pretty much jump into some music. So one of my favorite rappers just dropped something. And we didn't get a whole lot of notice that, we've known for a couple months now, I guess, that it's been coming. But then they hit us with the Black Thought joint. They announced it.
I knew the week.
Yeah, you found out when I told you, right? Or did you know before that?
It was like a couple of days before you told me I got a message from Rashad. So whenever that was, I just heard about it.
When did you first hear that Black Thought was supposed to come out?
A couple days ago. I didn't get the album yet because I just spent money on other albums, but yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cop it. I heard the album though.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
So for those who don't know, Black Thought is one of like my top 5 MCs. He's not a name that a lot of people put in their top 5. I think when you think top 5, a lot of folks, you're gonna hear Jay-Z, you're gonna hear Nas, you're gonna hear Biggie, you're gonna hear Tupac, so on and so forth. And maybe around here in the DMV you might hit Scarface, you know what I mean? People like that. But Black Thought is definitely an overlooked dude, I feel like, when it comes to top 5 rappers. And pound for pound, like technical ability, great songs. Like he's made some top charting songs. There we go. Chart topping. I'm struggling. Clearly, I don't know. See what I deal with? The best part of it,
he made some tart popping songs. They popping them tarts.
The best part about having your friends do something like this with you is like where y'all won't clown me. These dudes have no problem throwing me under the bus. So right. So you knew what the hell I was trying to say, and so did y'all. But yes, Thought has done some amazing stuff. Have y'all seen them? You seen the Roots live? Y'all seen them live before?
Nah, I haven't seen them live.
How about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spirit Fest a couple times.
So
and a couple other shows.
Yeah. So my first experience seeing this dude live is when I knew he was amazing before, but my respect level went through the roof because this dude, Questlove wasn't there yet. So Thought literally, because they were doing a jam session, Thought sat on and played the drums for the first 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was sitting on the drum.
Dude could play the drums, man.
Man, I didn't know he could play the drums. I didn't realize how good his singing voice actually was. I learned a lot about this dude all in one night. And that was the first time I heard him do impressions. Because you've heard him do impressions where he imitates us.
Oh, yeah, on the chronology or something like that.
Yeah, was it?
He did them couple of
Tipping Point. Tipping Point with the young Malcolm X.
Yellow and blackface.
Yeah. So I didn't realize how well this dude could do impressions. He did the old what was the joint? He did Poison, but not like the Poison that I'm talking about the super hip hop Poison joint, and with the crazy beat. It's real crazy. Somebody post in the comments if you remember the name of the exact song or the name of the group who did it. But anyway,
that weird guitar.
Yeah, it's yes.
Okay.
He proceeded to do dude's voice and spit that joint bar for bar. They had the Roots hitting the beat. Scratch was there. Yeah, they did a cover of it live, and I was like, this dude can do whatever he wants when he wants to. and that's pretty damn impressive.
Thought is the bar, man.
Yeah,
he is the bar.
I feel like if you call yourself an MC,
but why isn't he get the type of recognition though?
Because of the roots. It's not Black Thought and the Roots. It's the Roots. So
yeah, it's more about music.
Than just Thought's lyricism.
And I feel like he doesn't have the public persona that a lot of the people we consider greats have. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have that. Like when you think of what Pac was publicly, like how people view Pac. And how, like, whether Pac was rapping or not, like, people were watching Pac to see what he would do next, whether it was rap related or not. Thought doesn't really have that. The other thing Thought said in the interview too, like, because Thought, like, when you know about his upbringing and what he's experienced, like, the dude could easily kind of, you know, when we talk about street cred and street rappers in the 73rd, like he could easily be identified as one of those type of dudes. You know what I mean? He's had like the gun charges that's his parents, like his whole living situation was crazy. Like real live, like when you read up on this dude, you realize that like the fact that you make music like you do and don't go the other way is amazing. You know what I mean? Right. So he could go that route, but he said in the interview, he was like, man, he wears his intelligence as his badge of honor. He don't want to lean on the street cred thing as a crutch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I think that has kind of hurt him to a degree because he gets personal at times, but he doesn't dive as deep into it as some of the people we consider greats do sometimes.
But that's to me is like sad because if you got to use that, you know what I mean, in order to get recognition these days, why not say something, you know what I mean, about the state of like hip hop and the actual fans that's what like they really want to know if you that. It ain't about the music, you know what I mean, the quality of the music and what they can do skill set. You're impressive to a lot of people if you sold, you know, a brick of yeah, you know what I'm saying, or you selling drugs, stuff like that. That to me, it says something about hip hop and where it's gone right now and where you know what I mean, kind of venture away from.
It's superficial, and that's kind of what comes with it. It's like it's been progressing to that the whole time. It's just once it progressed past our generation, we couldn't understand it anymore. So you know, it's always the music that you hear on mainstream media has always perpetuated the bells and whistles in hip hop, the drugs, the violence, the things like that. So right now, what we're hearing is just the evolution of really kind of what our generation created, basically. Like I didn't know about Philly Blunts until I listened to hip hop. It wasn't like I was walking past kids on the corner smoking weed. I'm like, yo, what are you guys doing? We hitting these Philly Blunts. Like, nah, it was all like, Redman. It was all over Redman. So the first time I ever experimented with marijuana, what did I go get? A Philly Blunt. Yeah. So I mean, we kind of initiated it. So now it's like, now we got the little Zans and the little pumps. It's like, yo, y'all were enjoying drugs. Like, we are just a different generation of enjoying drugs. So it's like what we were talking about last week. You guys just gotta keep looking for the good shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I think nowadays that's like one of the biggest challenges for certain people, right? Like for us, we live online, like digging constantly for like great music or whatever that kind of fits into the lane that we're in. But like for people who rely, I cry inside for these bounds a little bit. Like the people who rely heavily on like what mainstream media just throws their way. They think that whatever they're throwing,
that's what it is.
This is what it is. That's all that's out here. You know what I mean? So like, and so I cry for them bounds. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, yo, you don't know no better. Right. And so, and a lot of those people, they make blanket statements about like the culture, about the music and this, that, and the third because they don't really know any better. They just know what they see on TV or online and then what they hear on the radio. Because I mean, think about when's the last time you really listened to the radio?
Well, I listen to it every morning, taking Olu to school.
Gotcha.
Just because every morning I don't want to play the same hip hop album.
I spend hours in my car and I don't listen to no radio.
It's been. I think the only time I really listen to the radio ever is when I'm with the.
Just scroll through that, make sure that's cool. It's just
I'm already. Look, that's the one they put the track on.
Yeah,
that's the
bad.
that's the same one. So
shit, Marcus D right there.
Right. So real quick, peace to y'all. Got a few people in the comments. Just wanted to shout y'all out, man. Appreciate your patience. Lounge man, good to see you back in there.
We got one more piece of shop talk we gotta get at.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get at it. I just want to shout these folks out.
Oh yeah.
Juan, peace to you, man. Juan is tuning in from
Peace,
Canada. My
Peace,
man Calvin, peace to Calvin for tuning in. He's tuning in from Calvin per usual. Lounge man, shout out once again.
We're missing somebody today, man. Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris is usually a regular. Christopher's usually up in here every week. He probably gearing up for the game. Made the last run. He always talking about the basketball game every time we do it. Malcolm Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Malcolm Jackson. Shout out to him. Houston up in here. So we're gonna get into some more shot talking real quick. The music playing in the background. Sherm is running the Spotify playlist Jazz Vibes, which my song Beyond the Stage instrumental was featured on. That is a huge deal because that playlist has over 769,000 followers.
769,256. Now 57.
Right. And so yeah, man. So that's a huge playlist. Features as I mentioned, my song got added to it recently. The homie Marcus D is on there. Some big things have happened. I'm just mention this real quick, and then we're gonna keep it moving and get into more of the shop talk because we didn't really dive into Black Thoughts Project yet. But yeah, man. So the song Beyond the Stage, for those of you who've been paying attention, the song Beyond the Stage has already reached over 120,000 streams in less than a month. So thank y'all so much for helping to make that happen. Obviously, that playlist was a big help. And then also on Spotify, my music has I just reached over 100,000 monthly listeners, which is crazy, man. So thank y'all a lot. I don't take thank you, man. Like for real, I don't take any of this lightly, you know, because for all of y'all, man, like, you know, I mean, y'all seen pictures of my family and stuff like that, and the homie Suit. I mean, it allows me to support what they do financially, and then also, you know, by y'all supporting me financially, it allows me to take care of me and mine. So I don't take none of this for granted, and I thank y'all, man. But we're gonna get back into shot talk. And for those of you who are just tuning in, make sure you say peace. Make sure you let us know where you're watching from, and most importantly, share the link. All right. So we was talking about Thought. So the EP.
No.
Wait. Hold on a second.
There's something we gotta get to.
Wait a minute.
So all of you, LeBron.
Oh, here we go.
AKA.
He put Thought on pause.
I'm sorry. This has to be addressed, man. This has to be addressed. Unless we were going to get to it in a minute, this has to be addressed. So we're going to address it now, or we're going to address it after Thought? So all of you LeBron fans, his name is not LeBron James anymore. It is officially Bron. I will not accept any GOAT talk at all ever again. When you are in a press conference, it is not proper etiquette. It is not proper etiquette. So roll your eyes, get up, snatch your purse, and storm out of a press conference. First and foremost, why? When do the legends carry purses, man? When do the legends carry purses? I don't care about what you do when you get home to the crib with the doors closed. You don't get on the press conference. The suit, fine, whatever. That's fine. You got your shorts on with your suit.
Hold on. The thing that killed me is people try to justify it by telling me how much
it costs. It's a purse. I don't care how much a purse costs. Everybody's wife got an expensive purse, dog. But their purse costs more than your car, so I should respect it.
So for those of you who don't know, right? So they're referring to the press conference with LeBron James.
Everybody know. Everybody know. AIRBYNO. Everybody know.
So for the five of you who might not know, you know what I'm saying? I'll just clarify real quick. Thanks to Lounge Man. He said he's watching from South Florida right now. And peace, what's going on, guys, son? That's what's up. All right, we got Southern Virginia in here as well. That's what's up. So yeah, I mean, man, look, it's funny. I was so thrown off by the short suit. Yeah. You know what I mean? That I didn't know. Like when he stood up, it was just like instantly my mom was like, "Where the rest of the suit go?" You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, hey man, look. when you make, look, I ain't even gonna say make it about money. You can, people out here, look, you're gonna do what you wanna do, you're gonna wear what you wanna wear, you're gonna rock a purse if you wanna rock a purse.
Sure.
But you just gotta understand that there are some people out here, us included, who
It's some ovens waiting to cook that ass.
you know what I'm saying? And look, you can call it lack of maturity or whatever. It's, hey man, it's playground rules out here. Nothing's all
When you get on TV, it's playground rules, dog. You can't get on TV with that shit, man.
Bro, listen, I'm from the belief, now y'all may not agree, but I'm from the belief that a suit doesn't need any type of extra
alteration.
You don't need that type of, it's a suit. You know what I mean? Like certain looks should stay that look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to change,
basically don't mess with the classic.
Don't mess up a classic.
Yeah,
right.
And try to claim that genre, but then you throw a purse on top. And you throw the purse.
Hey man, he got, look.
He might as well came out with some capris, though. That's what he should have done. With the
purse. He said, what was the word he said though?
Be better.
Be better.
He got up, he said, be better. Where's my bag? Where's my bag? Where's my bag? And somebody call Kevin and get my car.
Be better.
I'm sorry. It's playground rules, dog. It happens that way. It happens that way. It happens that way.
Now, I seen Jordan rock some cowboy boots and he's selling $250 sneakers.
Hey, look, Jordan doesn't get the pass at all simply because this battle rocks a Hitler mustache. So, I mean...
Well, Jordan's attire is horrendous. But
he got like a Walmart jeans
never
on
gonna
with
wear
a
a purse.
Yeah.
But a Hitler mustache, though?
I ain't never seen him in person.
You come on, dog. The little... Hey, you're a barber.
Jordan,
how many of those have you done in a week?
0.
Okay. Right.
Jordan
if someone asks you to give them the Hitler stash.
Huh? What?
Right. Hey, so brother, I'm feeling a little adventurous. Going to Germany later this week. Let me get the Hitler stash.
I'm sorry, a purse is worse than a mustache.
I don't know. Not when your mustache is basically reminiscent of a dude responsible for putting people in an oven.
Okay, listen.
I don't know.
Okay, listen.
I don't know.
You could play off a bad mustache.
I should have took. I would like the record show.
You know what I'm saying? I think it a little or something.
I'm gonna go to the comments real quick, see what they say.
You can't.
Speaking of let's talk about 2008 dead. Oh, dreadheaded substantial. I think you meant to say dreadheaded. He said deadhead. I thought he was going on me for a second.
Yeah.
Right. Lounge man. He was like, speaking of let's talk about 2008 dreadheaded substantial. You know what I mean? Right.
Back in the day.
Yeah. He said. Then we got somebody else from Philly. Peace, homeboy. Advance. Appreciate you for tuning in. Philly up in here. He said, what made you want to make an instrumental record? All right, I got you on that question in a few. I damn thought I caught you on time again. That's all good, man. All right, so look, hey, peace to everybody tuning in. We got another one from Jacksonville, Florida. But yeah, so we were just going in on LeBron's attire and his purse. They refuse to call it a merce.
It's not.
Right.
We've been through the merce. The merce is the two. The merce has one strap on the top, and it has a flap that goes over the top of the bag.
That's a satchel.
No, a satchel the satchel goes over your shoulder. The merce was the briefcase with the flap that goes over the front with the single handle.
Got you.
The merce is different.
It's like the type of bags your lady would take when you try to sneak food in the theater. That's what that shit is.
Yeah. Bring your big bag, baby. Bring your big bag, baby.
Don't bring the clutch. Because this slice of pizza ain't gonna fit in your clutch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No excuses, man.
Shout out to anyone who's ever done that. Definitely, I might do that next week. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Judge me if you want.
Somebody asked about some.
What they had?
Luis Martin.
Is that thoughts on pushing the Drake beef? I will say this about that.
It's not beef. It's not beef. It's more like diet bologna.
Right.
It's not a beef.
Yes. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on that?
I think Drake should stop playing with people. Just leave it alone. I think he should.
What you mean playing with people?
Like basically stop poking the bear.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like stop playing with people, like give them the fire. Like you got some fire.
No. What I'm saying is this. If your whole angle was I'm up here and you down there, the second you respond, you just put yourself down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now Pusha came out and pretty much smoked you. You know what I mean? With his second, what is that? What was that? 16 bars, 32 bars, whatever it was. he gave it to Drake, so Drake has no choice but to come back now, but it's not a good look for him.
Right.
I don't think it's a good look for him. Like, to me, it's like he should have never even went. The cat's gonna dish you when you at the top, period.
Yeah,
everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
And to in the position that him and Pusha T are in, that's why I call it, like, it's such a watered down beef because neither one of them are hungry. So there's no reason for a beef. Like, you got the president of good music and you got ballin' ass Drake. Yeah. Like, what are y'all mad about? Like, y'all mad about some real menial shit. Like, the beef from back in the day was like, dog, you getting a check that's bigger than mine. I got people to feed back here. I need your check. Right. And I was just like, I'm mad. You said something I didn't like. It's like, okay, that's the stuff you just, you said something. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people say too that they think that Pusha went too far with the response. Yeah. And in my opinion, you want to rock
it's beef, yeah. You in the playground, dog.
This has been on Facebook a lot about, you know, shit he had mentioned. Because I personally think that last bar that Drake said about let it ring on you,
that was spectacular.
That was a nice bar, but the second he did that,
you opened Pandora's box.
It's let the monkeys out. It's let the monkeys out.
I didn't know Pusha T. I knew he was engaged. I didn't know who she was. Then when he said the name, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you can't backpedal. Like, if you're gonna go that route, it's kind of hard for you to back out there. And you definitely can't be crying about it when you've made it personal and you start bringing people's personal information in, and then they start going into yours.
They're like, oh, you got that one thing? Here,
right.
Well, here you go. I got these.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just roll out the door. You know what I'm saying?
The aftermath of that whole thing is not a good look for Drake because he didn't even respond in the track yet. He came out
with a statement.
Oh yeah,
that's personal
about the blackface. That hurts.
He's
bad. Like he's hurt here. Like
that's
because people saw because the song attacked his character, but then the cover itself, basically did a lot in terms of like anybody who's black or whatever who knows what that represents, they gonna have a lot of questions. Yeah. And granted, when you know what the whole
real picture,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. But don't get
I thought that was Photoshop.
But that's the thing. So most people, when they see it, like if you don't do your homework, if you don't really know where it's from and stuff like that,
it's gonna take it for service.
Right. But it was basically a part of educate everybody. So for those who don't know, right? So the picture is not just one picture. It's two pictures. It basically deals with the duality of being black, right? It's that whole like 1 second I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm playing for the camera, and then the next photo that he shows, he's like sad, he's crying or whatever. And so it's like, and it's a black and white photo. And so there's that, and it was a part of and I think it was like a whole clothing line that was really on some like dealing with some controversial subject matter.
Clothing line that they said Pusha T might have messed up some shit with because he said the name of the label before the deal.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do know that picture is not. It wasn't meant to be just that picture by itself. They basically took it out of took it out of context and then.
Would you have responded on wax about the picture or took the Drake route and made a statement?
I think I'd have did both. You know what I mean? I think I would have did both. I would come with the track just because this is hip hop, right? Like this is MCing. This is what part of it is. But at the same time, for those who want to dig a little deeper and really want to know why that image is out there, here it is. Like I'm not going to apologize for something that I stood by when I did or whatever, and I know what it represented in context. So there's no need to apologize for those who are offended because you're offended because it's taken out of context. Yeah. And you only have, it's just like when you see a soundbite or whatever, you see just the one little soundbite and then you don't have the entire paragraph.
That's my thing. Like if you
he's an attention whore though. He's a media, like he's been in this on TV since he was a kid, so this is all he knows is being on TV. So like they say, all publicity is good publicity. So somebody got their name ringing out your mouth, even though it's for something that you know good and well, like I shouldn't speak on this, but this is an opportunity to be on camera. What does he have to talk about right now?
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna take it one step further, and then we're going. If y'all want to move on, you can. I think that right now, I think Drake has been coming up in a time where he's been likable. And everybody's liked him.
He
You know what I mean?
bro.
Like everybody, I'm Drake. Everybody loves me. You know what I mean? And now that he got some static, his major concern is about people not liking him, and that's what prompted the statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want the people that like me to all of a sudden stop liking me because of this.
Because that's the type of stuff that messes up sponsors.
Right.
That's the type of stuff that messes up like potential like major appearances. Like when you look at something like the Saturday Night Live stuff he does, you know that it can do more. It can potentially do more or whatever because now like all right, if people feel a way about that and then he's set up to appear somewhere and then enough letters come in, enough complaints come in. You know what I mean? And so I don't think it's going to go that far for him because of the little damage control they've done. But like, he definitely lost some fans.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Like now, knowing that, I'm glad you put it in context.
Yeah, because a lot of people was ready to just. But that's the thing. Like, I think it's important. This is a teachable moment.
It's Kanye with the MAGA hat.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's like this is a teachable moment, right? And so for anybody watching this, like. One of the things, like, if you follow me online, like, I don't just kind of jump out there and comment on anything the second it goes live. Because that's what's popular to do nowadays, and it's easy to kind of go off on a tangent and get caught up in the moment and say all of this stuff that's real hard to take back later, especially when you don't have all of the information. And so, and it's important. But then we live in a culture, right? And we live in a society and a culture right now that people want instant.
Instant gratification.
Instant
You
gratification.
don't even want to know the real details behind it. You got enough.
I just want to be the first person to put it out there and everybody be like, ooh, for real? Oh, yeah, I'm following you now.
But
I feel you, Cloud Kicks. He was saying that he stole Houston flow when they was buzzing. Any scene in music, right? Like I believe you talking about. I believe you're talking about Drake. Cloud Kick. You sat in front of all of your musical inspirations and idols and give them the chance to play 3 of your songs. Okay, got you. I'm gonna come back to your questions, but we wrapping up this before I answer. Cause I know some of the questions are directly for me, and I got you. But I think it's one of those things, man, that like you can't get too caught up in this whole instant gratification culture, right? Like it's a real slippery slope because it's one of those things that like people say they want a person of a certain intelligence to handle certain situations, i.e. like what we're dealing with our presidency, right? Like you say you want that, but then if you have, like when we had an Obama and certain things in our country would happen, people wanted an instant statement from this dude. An instant statement from events that just happened that literally have it requires a lot of research. It requires, like, if you weren't physically there yourself, you have to contact people on the ground to figure out what happened. You're watching the same reports that other people have been, but it's not the whole story. It's never the whole story. And so in order for you to get even half the story requires research. It requires reading sometimes. It requires people you trust, right? Digging up information and then sharing that information with you, but then you having to take the risk of trusting the information you're receiving and then responding to it. And so the reality of it is, if you want someone who's a thinker, someone who's gonna take their time and really, really analyze the information they get to comment on these things, you're never gonna be happy because they take their time. They're gonna analyze the information. And that's just being real. But if you want reactive people, if you want to live in this world where people are just reacting to everything, they don't really think about or really plan anything, they just instantly react out of frustration to every little thing they see, then that's a slippery slope to be. I mean, it's part of what look, our current president, right, is surrounded by people who that's their job to find certain information to research this, that, and the third. And this clown, this ass dude still goes on Twitter and is out of control with that shit. He's like a teenager with it. You know what I mean? Like
fuck my PR, fuck all my advisors.
And no disrespect to any teenagers, I really should be like, he's like an out of control teenager, one who ain't got a good head on his shoulders and just says whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean?
emotions.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's a dangerous thing, man. It's a dangerous thing when you're a person that got a lot of power.
Yeah, man. It's like,
yeah.
It's crazy, man.
I mean,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's been given everything he wanted.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is. When you've been operating like that most of your life and you've gotten everything you wanted at like
no repercussions.
Right. I mean,
even your heart is like, oh, I filed bankruptcy.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. That's you bailing out of the situation,
right?
And start all over. So, like, how bad is that really for you? You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah. So real quick, you know, because you know they want to be on Bron. I'm trying to talk about this.
No.
I'm trying to talk about this false
Let's move on. We
so
back on to the next thing.
So let's
back
say
to Black Thought.
Yeah, back to Black Thought.
Back in the stream.
Back to black. Back to black. Yes. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard it yet. The 5-song EP by Black Thought, but
it's pretty quick.
Bruh, it's yeah.
Bring you some toilet paper wherever you listening to at. I'll get you some toilet paper.
Man, look, I wanna make a hat. I wanna make a hat that says "Make Rappers Rap Again." You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Thought's project is like the perfect project for that campaign. Now it ain't for everybody, right? And the beautiful thing is he did what the fuck he wanted to, right? Like it's just like, yo, this is for lyric lovers. That's if you're a person who appreciates dope ass lyrics, if you're a person who likes to listen to intelligence, like, yo, that dude, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm gonna get emotional in a second. You know what I mean?
From what I'm hearing the album is superiorly MCing, you know what I mean, at the top.
But there's always a but.
There's always a but. It is too short. It's one of those things like it's making
I don't think you could
thirst
have
for
done
more.
anything. Would you have been able to deal with in one sitting more than those 5 songs?
It's Black Thought.
I'm good with that. Like, dude, so you gotta digest that. First of all, that first song, dog, that shit, that line, that's my favorite line. That motherfucking shit where blacks was burnt, where blacks in Birmingham.
Back when Burning Man
was blacks in Birmingham.
Hey, bro, that quote. Yeah,
right.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't process any more than that 5 songs, man.
Keep talking.
I wanted some more.
Yo, I want more than now after I process it.
I feel like a 2-year-old about to throw a tantrum because Daddy gave me a sample of some Skittles.
That's a great feeling.
He gave me half a bag of Skittles.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You know what I mean?
I feel like,
it's great, but you want to throat punch somebody right now because you got quality. What is as much as we're lacking quality in hip hop right now. A dude gives you quality, but he gives you
in 5 songs. Yeah,
right.
It's like Jordan. It's like Jordan come out, but he only giving out the one shoe.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You get the right shoe. Right. Then you come back in a couple months, you get the left shoe. You can't even wear them. Just tell everybody you got it.
Exactly. That's how I felt after listening to that album. Like, damn, that joint was over quick. It was dope. But you just want some more. That's the only.
Hey, that's a good complaint. Yeah, that's a good negative.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a great negative.
Right. Yeah, I definitely feel like when it was done, I was a little sad inside.
Yeah,
but then I remember it was like, oh, I can play it again.
Yeah.
And then I remember too that because of it's so dense. Like it's 5 songs, but it's really dense.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's no chorus, there's no hooks.
Yo, you don't get into a chorus until the 5th song. There is no chorus until the 5th song. And so, I
gotta do something right now.
Go ahead.
You make sure you tag her in this.
Alright.
Rhapsody, this is for you, girl. Congratulations.
Hey, she did a thing.
You are the damn GOAT. I hate to do this, but I ain't shit but an American. I said this to somebody the other day. I'm not gonna keep trying to PC everything. It is dope as fuck that as a female artist, you made it next to the motherfucking nigga.
Yes.
Like, you next to the nigga. Like, Rhapsody has been on tracks with Kendrick and Thought, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that. Like,
and held her own every time.
Didn't hold her own. It's like, who wins? It's like, who's winning?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even on, like, and I
The joint she did with Kendrick, her verse is the best joint on
Yes.
Yes. And ain't a lot of people that say that.
A dude gonna try to tell me, the only reason she was on there is cause Ninth Wonder did a joint. I'm like, nah, dog. Did you hear thought on her joint? I think it was probably more so of a yo rap. We are destroying shit together. Yo, you
destroy something else.
Next project, holla at me. I want you to be on that shit.
Yeah.
Like, she is the animal. She is the pit. Yo, Eve, no disrespect. Talking about Pitbull in the skirt, motherfucking girl raps it all day, every day. Kill it. Those are gang signs, by the way.
Right. Hold on. I'm looking for my last. Where he says, for badass kids in the laundromat, folding low, holding a load. But lo and behold, a whole nother fork in the road. My wish for them is that the truth is eventually told. Out on the corner where whatever you sell is sold. I heard murder ran as vast as
this vast deserted land.
Yeah, this vast deserted land. And then since back when Burning Man was blacks in Birmingham. That young. And that's not even halfway through that joint, and he's picking up momentum. Like that dude, man.
And then he drops your ass off on the cliff. That's
but it's called Volume 1, so I'm wondering, right?
Oh no, it's going to be more.
Yeah, because I mean, for those of you who watch what I did, Tone Deaf did, Homeboy Sam, man, a lot of artists do this nowadays where they're doing EPs leading up to a full project. So it sucks because you get hit with a little snippet and you're like, damn, I'm super excited, where's the rest? You get to sit wood like think about it like this. We could have been waiting, we could be waiting for a full album for a year, 2 years. Right? Or they could, you banged out this right here you go, couple months from now, because it might not be a year. It might be a couple months from now, and then you got another 5, which is technically giving you a full album, but then he might not be done. He still might be going.
Because I feel like this, because it's Black Thought, he gets a pass. Now, if this was Jay Electronica,
Jay Electronica would not get that. I love Jay Electronica. If I ever see Jay Electronica in person, I'm gonna punch him in his mouth for being that motherfucking lyrical and doing this shit. It's the wife, dog. You marry into billions. Ain't no rapping no more.
Daniel, I saw your comment. Daniel, if you have not, put it this way, if you're a Black Thought fan, there's no reason for you to be disappointed.
He said he's disappointed?
No. What I'm saying, he's just saying he's super excited to listen to it.
Oh,
And so it's just because put it this way. For most Black Thought fans, we were super excited when he was getting all that love for Phone Flex, but when I watched it, as ill as everything was, I was just this is what this nigga does. If you know Black Thought, you know what he does, and this project is what he does, and he does it well. You know what I mean? And the beats are dope too.
Hey, Daniel, I got a follow-up for you. If you need a follow-up, listen to Joe D, Kairos, right after. Follow the Black Thought, join up.
You put it away?
What?
I saw you had the album out.
Nah, that was, it's upstairs.
Okay.
It's upstairs.
Yes, what he
Follow that up with Joe D, Kairos.
Yeah, Joe D.
Joe D is the artist. Kairos, Kairos is the album. Trust me.
Great album. If you thoroughly enjoyed any album that nowadays is classified as grown man hip hop, right? Or if you thoroughly enjoyed Fonte's album that came out earlier this year. Yeah, Joe D joint. It's.
Can I quote a line?
Yes, please.
It's a partial line, but I'm the go-to nigga and the go-to nigga. I've been the air since '02, nigga. What? Listen to that man's album, dog.
Yo, he was hey, what's the joint where he references Cairo or whatever, but then he was a pyramid 30s. The pyramid line, he said, Joe D's wordplay.
That's what I'm saying. Follow that thought up with Joe D if you want someone. The reason why I said that, I just wanted to shout out a local artist right quick.
Yeah, Joe D's.
We don't shout out our local artists enough. So
follow
that thought up. Because it's only 5 songs, follow that up with that Joe D. It'll be a nice little, it'll be a nice plate for you. It's like Aki and Saltfish. It'll be like Aki and Saltfish if you know what I'm talking about.
Right. Hey. Here, I just I just posted the name of the Joe D project. I just put his name. I just put the name of the album. Hey man, do yourself a favor. That's definitely, it's one of my favorite albums that came out this year. That literally very few people know about, which is unfortunate because, I mean, you're missing out on great music.
It's on Spotify as well.
Yes.
If you want to hear it on Spotify, you have to type in joe.d space Kairos. If you don't type it in just like that, you won't find it.
Yeah. And so, make sure you check him out, man. He's, matter of fact, if for those of you who've been following for a minute, hopefully you know about Godzilla. Like, you know, them dudes are amazing. Joe D is responsible for like the vast majority of their production.
He's the apostrophe.
He's the apostrophe in Godzilla. One of my favorite lines. Yeah, dude, I'm banging that.
You haven't heard that?
Oh my God, it's one of the best joints to come out of this area in a minute, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of shit.
I'm out of doubt. I know these dudes since back in the day. I already know what they rock.
Absolutely. So speaking of back in the day, so story time, right? So we got this guy here. This is my man Cash. For those of you who don't know, for those of you tuning in late, right? And so I'm gonna transition and answer a couple questions before we keep it moving. But I wanted to shout this dude out. So when I first started doing my thing, right? You know, I wasn't a solo artist. It was me, this brother right here, and it was my man Jamal as well. And we had a group called Scan. The name was
Cool Ass Nigga.
Right. Didn't require a whole lot of thought to come up with that name. It was Scan, some cool ass niggas. That was the name of my first rap group with this brother right here. And look, I think we got the idea from the name from Outkast when Big Boy said the line. Back
against be thinking about the future.
When we were slaves, I bet we was some cool ass niggas. I thought it was such a dope line, you know. And so that was the name of our group back in the day. And so the reason why I bring this up is because there's a song that, like, for those of you who love Nugent Best and remember the first album, there's a song called If I Was Your Mic. So If I Was Your Mic was really this dude's idea.
Yeah.
Like, Cash came to me with this amazing idea for a song. We did it as a song together, and then later on or whatever, when I did the album, like, Renaissance, original Scan Crew, UV representative. That's who I'm talking about. So every time you play that song, that's who name you hear in the beginning. This is the dude right here, man. So like a lot of history, man. We've been, a lot of history. A lot of history. So like, yeah, man, been making music a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so these days, this dude's like doing a lot of different things. He's out here in the community as well, working with young people, coaches, working with the young people and stuff like that, man. Has been trying his hand at some acting as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just, you know, just all around great dude. You know what I mean? You don't stay friends with somebody for damn near 30 years if they're not a good dude. So
at some point, we gotta take a review to see what everybody thinks about this. So we can, you know, keep everybody motivated.
Right.
Keep coming through if everybody likes this setup.
Yeah.
So
or
whatever. I'm
right. So it's cool. So what Sherm's talking about right now is like, I mean, you've noticed since I've been coming over to the Sheff Shop, because it's a lot. You know, I've been doing substantial Sundays since I want to say like beginning of 2017, right? I really kind of tried my hand at it for the first time in like late 2016, but it wasn't on a Sunday, so it wasn't called Substantial Sundays. And it's a lot to do this by yourself every week for like an hour. Like that's what's been happening since 2016. I've been doing this, right?
You run out of shit to talk about.
And
so sitting in the camera like,
hey, and for real, if it wasn't for y'all watching and asking questions, you know what I mean? Like when I'm by myself, I wouldn't have much to talk about.
She's standing on YouTube beatbox. Substantial Sunday.
And so, and so these dudes, man, I got so much history. We have some of the funniest conversations, some of the most heated debates as well, man. Like funniest shit ever, man. Funniest shit ever. Make y'all laugh. This dude right here, man. We went to go see, what was that shit? Avatar, yo. Everybody is like mind blown when we come out the joint. Like, it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. This nigga Sherm. Shawak was like, man, shit wasn't never Fern Gully. This man called it Fern Gully. So look,
And I stick by that to this day.
Right though.
I watched Ferngully, and I was just like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
If I saw Ferngully, I might have felt the same way.
Bruh, but I must say, I was so over the top heated about that. Cause I'm just sitting there like, yo, they are loving this shit. But the whole time, cause like, when it comes to Ferngully, dog, it's sad that a 6'5" super dog dude like that is one of my favorite fucking animated movies, dog.
Right.
And when I see that shit, I'm like, yo, like I'm getting furious the whole time. I'm like, yo,
he was
these
shitting
niggas
all
just
over
ripped
the movie when it
Ferngully.
came out.
Instead, it's like, yeah, you know, Avatar. Avatar and James everybody's like, oh, Avatar. It was like, no, this ripped Ferngully, man.
We walked out the theater.
Oh, I was so out of pocket. I was out of pocket. I was so out of pocket.
He had no love for Avatar out the gate. But he caught it. When I went and watched Ferngully, I was like, damn, I see, wow. Boy, I had never made the connection. But hey, that wasn't funny.
All I remember was we were in the parking lot, and I'm screaming that shit in the parking lot. After I got in the car, I'm like, yo, that was so out of hand.
This dude is, when he ain't feeling something, and I'm a little more
reserved.
I'm a lot more reserved with it, you know what I mean? And even when I know I'm about to say something where I'm about to shit all over something, I'm still like,
it's a little classier than mine.
Yeah, right.
Mine is like, even if I don't have this face in my mind, I have this face.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm responding, it's like I'm responding like,
right. Yeah, man.
Oh man, what
so that being said, if you're enjoying the new setup and stuff where it's us together instead of just me by myself, and I know for a lot of y'all, like if you don't really know like the history and all of that, a lot of y'all just kind of come in here so you can ask me certain questions. And don't worry, I got you on the Q&A. We're gonna scroll through. But these are my brothers, you know what I mean? And so definitely, you know, it's a great experience for me to be able to kind of just chop it up with them. It's an excuse to hang out with these dudes more too. Yeah. And you know, we some grown ass men with kids and families and all that, so we don't get to hang out as much. And this whole experience, like my wife was just saying, she's like, yo, I can't remember the last time you and Sherm talked this much on the phone, right? And I was like, oh, we still talk a little bit, and then interacting with you on Marco Polo this week. That's probably like the most we've spoke in a minute. Yeah, you know what I mean?
This shit is necessary.
Yeah, it absolutely is, man. And so us doing this together, man, it's really about like preserving our friendship, making more of an effort to spend more time, chat about like
everything.
Everything. Put each other on the stuff that maybe we didn't know about, like sidebar, Cobra Kai.
Hey, Cobra Kai.
Who knew that shit was actually going to be good?
Yeah, all right, I gotta take your word for it.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Bro, you know, I ain't...
Watch Cobra Kai.
We stamped in this joint, dog. Did you like Karate Kid?
No, Jalen was like, yo.
Oh, he's watching Karate Kid?
Yeah, he wanted the subscription. I'm like, slow down, son.
Well, you know what? No, I understand being apprehensive when you gotta pay for it.
Yes.
It's different when you gotta pay for it.
Right.
When it's like, when you
that was the next word on my mouth. Was like, wait, so you want me to pay for something so you can watch one show? Nah, bro.
Yeah,
right.
And this one show, I'm not even sold on it because the movie was so long ago.
So now I'll have to watch it and then go.
Terrarium TV, man. If you have a Fire Stick, Terrarium TV is the shizzle little bam schnitzel.
Yes. Yeah, all that he just said.
So we done with Cody?
Yeah, I'm not
killing it. It kills Cody, man. And I haven't updated Cody in about 6 to 7 months, man. Because when you go on Terrarium, like it's an update like every day, but all it says is update available. Yeah. Okay,
right.
Bam, you're good. You're uploading
as
the latest
one. Damn near a full reinstall.
Like
update. Terrarium is that shit. But Cobra Kai was way better than I expected it to be.
So from what he told me, I ain't trying to spoil it because I haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert, probably.
Okay, so Daniel's actually reverse roles in a sense because the bully is actually the kid.
Well, no, that's not true. Okay. Not necessarily, because the way it's playing out, the second season, it's going to be a spin, because it seems like Johnny. Oh my God, we probably shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna say way too much.
Yeah,
I will say this.
But
I will say this. Like Daniel initially, like he's justified in feeling the way he feels about Johnny. But the thing is, he's doing a little too much.
Damn,
and because he's doing too much, and because he has power now. Back then he didn't have power, but now he got power. He got influence. So, and he's doing too much with his power and getting this dude's way. Yeah, he's being a Bama for real. He's doing some shady shit. And so, yeah, and then there's all of these other twists that come in, dog. Like it's way better.
Shit, they gonna fight each other again. That's all I'm saying.
No, we can't say that.
We can't tell you that. We ain't gonna say that.
I'm trying to see the
But Cobra Kai.
You trying to see a 45-year-old crazy?
Yo, but Cobra Kai definitely gets a stamp of approval, man. Like it's a really good show. Shout out to Will Smith. They produced it. They produced the show, so shout out to him. Yeah,
so that's the reason why I got paid money to see the third show.
Yeah, I mean, you know, right there it is. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, so let me get to some of these because I know I missed a couple different questions before. So Lounge Man asks, he said, if you sat in front of all of your musical inspirations and idols, and given the chance to play 3 of your songs that you feel would impact them the most, which ones would you choose? Damn. That's a hell of a question. So if I had to pick 3 of my songs to do that with,
It's hard to do that.
it is. Because I literally, when I go on Spotify for artists and check my songs, it's like over 200 right now.
Oh, before you answer that question, what was the first part of that question?
First part of the question is if you sat in front of all of your musical inspirations and idols.
Okay, so you got to start with naming those inspirations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way.
This is why they are here, right? Because I would have just been like, yeah, these songs, and you know what I mean. But so some of my musical inspirations, right? Like, so I'm not just going to go with my favorite rappers, right? But like some of my favorite.
Put an asterisk by this because this is subject to change.
Yes, absolutely. It's hard. Absolutely. Stevie Wonder is hands down my favorite artist of all time. Period. I feel like Stevie Wonder is the greatest songwriter in the history of music. You know what I mean? Like
Stevie Wonder over If I Was Your accompanying If I Was Your MIC.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that was just mine.
Right.
That was mine. I'm
right.
sorry. I just got popped in my head.
So Stevie would be there, right? Common has had huge influence on my music early in my career and stuff like that. So Common would be there. I mean, obviously, like. Well, that's not so obvious. I mean, I mentioned Thought is one of my top 5 rappers, so I would love to see what he thought of like some of my stuff. So I put Thought there. I'm a huge Jill Scott fan, and Jill Scott knows dope rappers.
Jill Scott
I'm a
fan,
super
boy.
nigga, man.
Jill Scott, something else,
I'm not going to let y'all blaspheme my boo right now. Okay?
So
Jill Scott, something
yes,
else.
I am, and yes, I am. Yes, I am, and yes, I am. Hello, Miss Scott. Hello, Miss Scott.
In front of no damn.
I'm sorry, this is where I was in. But hello, Miss Scott. Now, right, you know what I'm saying? Just stop playing with us. So Jill Scott would be there. Damn, I was getting there. Red, he already know. Like Redman and Common when I was in high school those were the main rappers I listened to. Both main rappers I quoted. So they would be there.
Before you get to your who's more underrated, Redman or Black Thought?
Redman. That's easy. Redman. Because Redman. Because Black Thought has far more accolades. Black Thought is literally on the Tonight Show every night. This nigga's he's getting the check, bro. He's walking away with the bag. I ain't saying Red ain't making money because Red is making money because he owns he owns what's doing there. But Thought is in movies. Thought's eating.
Yeah,
Thought,
you know what?
And so Thought is underrated.
MCs though,
Right. So Thought is underrated, right? As a MC, like because the thing is, we don't hear ferocious Thought all the time. You know what I mean? Because because the Roots albums are mostly concept albums. So time and time again, this dude is showing you that like he can work within the confines of storytelling on a regular basis. So because of that, he gets overlooked on just like his rapping ability. You know what I mean? Where nobody questions that shit with Redman. Like people don't question that shit with Redman. You know what I mean? Niggas know Red can rap his fucking ass off. But in terms of actual accolades and what these dudes have actually done in and what they have accomplished, like I feel like Black Thought might have a lengthier track record when it comes to the accolades.
All right, let's go back to the 3 songs in front of everybody,
all right, so,
everybody but your Scott.
Right. So the 3 songs would be, if I had to play 3 songs in particular, and it's important that fans remember, just because certain songs are your favorite don't necessarily mean they're mine, right? And so the 3 songs I'm probably most proud of, or the ones I want them in, I would play In My Daughter's Eyes. I would play that one. I would play In My Daughter's Eyes. I would play, from Winter Breaks, I would play Celebration, the song I did about Kwanzaa. And then,
I know you ain't gonna say this. This is like one of my, like,
yeah, and see, that's like a disclaimer.
Everybody got their own.
Like everybody got their joint. So like, and then, oh man, it's funny, like from the, because artists, their new work, right? Like you put out your new work because you feel like it's the best thing you've done. So like, yo, I would play Beyond the Stage because I feel like musically, like that shit is leaps and bounds beyond what I've done before because of the fact it shows my production chops. It's like it has an amazing live instrumentalist on there. Shout out to Uyama Hiroto. And then it has one of my partners in crime who I've been riding with forever, and that's Steph. And a lot of even parts of what they did on the song I wrote. You know what I mean? So like everything that Steph is singing I wrote. You know what I mean? With the exception of like the ad-libs and stuff that she does, right? And so the chorus that she's singing, even the bridge breakdown that she's singing, that's all me. The melody she's singing, stuff, I ain't telling her how many layers to add and what ad-libs to put with it, but I wrote those. So it really, I feel like that song is like one of the greatest representations, pardon me, of what I can do musically on a grand scope, like with a broader scope. So you get all sides of me, I feel like, as an artist.
And then I would send you a text message saying Umoja.
Emotion, yeah. Bruh,
nigga.
It was
hard. You know how many times I played that song?
Damn. The only reason why I didn't say Umoja, right, is because I'm really proud of Umoja. I think Umoja is hands down one of my favorite songs on that album. It's not my favorite.
If you haven't heard Umoja, play it right this instant.
So the hesitancy would be because of the fact the final version of Umoja isn't really my full vision. Because there was actually a hook. Like, you notice that Umoja doesn't have a hook. It's just together. Just that singing that repeats. I wrote a hook that goes with the together. But me and I was talking, and because Odyssey executive produced that record. And so I wasn't convinced with the hook. He wasn't sure about the hook. And so we were going back and forth. Oh, I'll play it for you. I'll let you hear the whole version. Next time you come to the studio, I'll play it for you. But it's basically like, we can do it. Like, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it as long as we do it together. Something like that. It's more wordy. Yeah. So, and he felt like there was too much going on. And he felt like between, he wanted to go the simpler route. And so, shit, you brought it up. So clearly it's a great song as is. Yeah, but for me, like, I kind of wanted to, as an artist, you always kind of want to know how people are going to feel your vision in its totality. Okay. Not necessarily like, the kind of scaled back version. Because it's still a great song. I love that song. Yeah, I feel like it's a very underrated song.
Can you give us? Can you just give us like the first bar off that joint, please? First bar off Emotion.
Stop the music because I'm gonna end up rapping that beat.
Oh my god, man.
So the song he's referencing, for those of you who don't know, because I know some of my fans are fans, and then other ones are like casual listeners, right? So shout out to all of y'all, I appreciate you. But the song he's referencing is called Umoja. It's from my third solo album called Home Is Where the Art Is, which was executive produced by the homie Odyssey. Came out on Mellow Music. And the first bar goes, shout out to Odyssey. So the first line goes, could have made a baby mom out of you, but I figured wife was better. I wrote eclipse for you instead of writing letters. You held me down through my endeavors, and in turn I don't spit that song very often.
You know what, you don't.
Nah, I don't.
Because of the what you told me about the.
So for instance, live, right? Like certain songs, like people hit me up all the time, like, yo, this is my favorite song. How come you never do it live? This is my favorite song. Why you never do it live? Even Vic one time. So one time, Vic and Godzilla was at a show, and I customized my set where I was really trying to cater to my boys because they was there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the shit they want to hear, and they shouting joints from the crowd, and I'm trying to do it, and I'm fucking up, just like I was fucking up just like right? It's because these are songs I typically don't do, but the reason for why I don't do them. So there's a couple of decisions that artists make when they do shit live. One, you're trying to cater to the audience you know that's gonna be there. So if I'm going to a region where I know that the most popular song of mine in that region is this song right here, it may not be my favorite, but if I go to that region knowing that they listen to this song the most, so
it kind of consolidates your list of songs that you have to remember because of your touring.
Yeah, and then with Emoja in particular, while I love Emoja, I have yet to think of a great way to do it live. Because there's no real catchy chorus, or because I haven't developed a little crowd, little give and go, call and response to it for the crowd. Because I haven't developed all that, like the one time I did it one time live, and it didn't go over well. Like I ain't get booed or nothing, you know what I mean? Like, but they were just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I got the weak ass clap, you know what I mean? Oh, that was cute. Nice. Yeah. Right. Let's talk about it. Look, they're like, yeah. Then do blessing it. You know what I'm saying? And do blessing it. Do think different. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's all love.
Somebody hollering at you. XX Malcolm X.
Got you.
XXX.
What did he say?
Shout out.
Oh, he just saying, sup, peace, what's going on, fam? All right, and then Clyde want to know about merch. I got you. I'm giving you this link right now. IamSubstantial.com/gear. You can get all your shirts and such from there. And yeah, and so the Black of All Trades shirt is on there, so you can definitely get that. Thank you for asking about that. What else? I think it was another question I missed. And we're going to have to wrap it up soon because we're on an hour and we got to eat. And the game coming on. So, you know what I mean?
Game
so who y'all got for tonight? Who you think winning tonight?
That damn Golden State, dog. LeBron is carrying the purse now. He does not win anymore. He does not win games anymore, dog. I cannot, man, look, man. Anybody watching this, like I said, man, whatever you do behind whoever you love, that's your business. I don't care. But when you come out on the playground, dog, you out on the playground, man. You can't come out on the playground with no bullshit. You couldn't come to the blacktop. It don't matter who you was dating, man, woman, animal. You come out on that motherfucking blacktop to play ball, you better show up the right way. You don't come out there with no motherfucking purse. That's like coming to the court with some wedge dunks. You balling, but you got wedge dunks on. No, dog, go home. Put on the right uniform before you come out this motherfucker, man.
But you know who might could pull it off in history?
Not Dennis Rodman.
Right.
Not Prince. Oh, I thought you was going to say Dennis. Game. Prince wouldn't even do that, though. Prince wouldn't even do that. I bet you that game, I bet you he had on some J's, some long ass hooping shorts, and a white beater. No. And probably had his hair in a ponytail with some motherfucking football makeup on his eyes. First of all, Prince's voice is at octaves lower than anybody's in this room.
Okay.
He does not wear blouses to play sports in.
Sure he does.
No, he doesn't.
Sure he does.
I'm sure Dave Chappelle was playing. He probably came out in a Jordan 23 jersey.
Before I forget, going back to that question, Prince would be at that table too. Prince is one of my all-time favorite artists. Prince, like, hands down, one of my favorite artists of all time.
Prince did not overdose.
Well, I mean, look, I wasn't there. I don't know. But
we should get into that.
Man, look, there's a whole list of artists that I would love to
talk about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a whole.
Do your research on Prince. Do your research. That brother, Prince is not a musical artist, man. Prince is the motherfucking man.
He's a god among insects.
Dude, when I saw, when this man, whatever the dude was, I think he's a comedian or something. Like, he was like, yo, the only reason I'm saying this now is because Prince is gone, and he wouldn't mind me doing this right now. But he's like, yeah, Prince was doing this. Yeah, oh yeah, and he was a musician as well. Like, man.
Yeah, Prince, man, like, so, did y'all ever see him live?
Hell no.
Why? Hey,
this is as deep as this. You see where my pockets go, dog? You can see the bottom of these pockets.
So look, I think this probably maybe which is
how long ago that was.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been 1999, which is crazy in itself. so like
soul floating.
You know what I'm saying?
She basically footed the bill for both of our tickets because of the fact that like one, I ain't had the money, and number two, she had to work. She was. Yeah. So, huh? Did I pay her back? Yes. Yeah, so like
you paid her back because you wanted to. White people don't never ask you to pay them back for shit like that.
She did hit me with the "oh, we're good."
I know. That's what they do, dog. They're good. That's you see. As soon as they said she footed the bill, you knew good and well it wasn't none of our people. Can I tell the story? Royalty, dog. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I tell the story? Okay.
So look, so she asked me if I could go get the. She had to work that morning, so she couldn't go. And so literally, I got up super early, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Tickets just went on. I think tickets didn't go on sale until like 8 or something like that, right? And so I was like third online for tickets for a Prince concert at Madison Square Garden.
You was diligent, bro.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah, in college, getting up that early. You already know most kids ain't going to bed.
That alarm would have went off at 3.
Right.
And I'd have been like, oops.
I was sleeping late all night.
You know what I mean?
Right. You know what I mean? So I got up, I get the tickets or whatever. Dude. So we go to the concert, man, and like this dude, just to kind of paint the picture for what level this dude was on. They were serving champagne with like strawberries dipped in chocolate, dog. Like, I'm like 19, I think at the time, something like that. Maybe 20. Depending on 19 to 20. Yeah. So like, dude, like, it was crazy to me because look, man, I'm a rap fan mostly, so I'm going to these rap shows. Ain't nobody serving shit at a rap show, bro. Let alone chocolate dipped in fudge with champagne, dog. Like, and keep in mind, I'm not in VIP, son. I paid $75.
Oh, but they serving this shit.
Yeah,
you're not paying for this.
They were serving it, dog. Because I had some, and I was broke that night. So I definitely.
When you said serving, I thought you.
They walked by our section because keep in mind I'm about 100 feet from the stage. They walked by our section and was like, "Sir, would you like it?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm sure it's too expensive." He was like, "No, it's complimentary."
Then give me 3.
Bruh, I'm like, can I just take that whole platter? You know what I'm saying?
Champagne in the shirt pockets.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And so yeah, man. So we do the joint, and dude, he just, and then what was crazy too was Dougie Fresh was his hype man.
Yeah, man.
Dougie Fresh was Prince's hype man. This dude Dougie Fresh beat by. They did Lottie Dottie. And Prince fit every lyric verbatim. Flawless.
I believe it.
Son.
I believe it.
This dude, and then he walks walks through the piano, does like, a medley of all of like these classic ballads he got. Ends it with Darling Nikki or whatever when he's at the piano joint. Son, it was, And you know who opened for him? Shaka Khan, dog, and Larry Graham from Graham Central Station.
That's your openers,
son.
That's your
opener, Shaka Khan.
That's your local rap act at a superstar concert. Yeah, like wow.
It's so performing. You guys want to do it?
Man, that's
a thing.
You busy tonight?
Yeah, man.
Come on, do
Shaka Khan, dog.
Right. It was some straight bucket list shit, man. Like that was amazing. Amazing. And so like. And so the super dope thing is I mentioned before how Stevie's my all-time favorite and shit. He's about to come to MGM, and so so wild shit is my Father's Day gift from Shell, man. She bought tickets, yo. Sing like she told me that shit. The ugly cry, dog. Like I'm in the car on the way home, just like my wife love me. You know what I'm saying? Like Stevie's like. Stevie, when Stevie time comes and that dude passed, like nigga, I probably
I'm crying.
Yeah, I won't be able to go. I walked out of my job with Chris.
I would say, dog, him and Bill Cosby. I don't care how people feel about Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
but them two, Stevie and Bill Cosby, I'm pretty sure I'm shit.
It's one of those things that like for all of the fucked up shit that has happened, right, and that like has been done. It's kind of hard. It's like when it's like a family member who's done some great shit for you. Or whatever, and does some very significant shit in your life, it's hard to just throw them completely under the bus when you know what they've meant to your life or whatever outside of
you gotta talk
this.
about that.
Yeah, that's right. But we gonna take on that shit for another day. Oh yeah, that's another hour. But that's what made Chappelle shit so brilliant. The way he said that shit when he's talking about the superheroes, like he saves but he rapes. That whole setup, that's why it was so brilliant, because yo, the way he broke down all of the shit this dude has contributed. And it's like when you look at this dude's checklist of shit he's contributed, it's nothing to bat at the fucking eye. Like, dog, you can't downplay the significance.
That's why they had
of
to
the
pull
shit
all of that
done.
shit. Because if they would have left all of his accolades, eventually people would have been like, yo, what's wrong with him?
And so, but don't get it twisted. Like, doing the shit that he did and was accused of doing and doing, like, that shit is never cool. Like, it's never acceptable. It's fucking despicable. But like at the same time,
for what
it's
he's
like
done for the African
it doesn't mean you give this dude the pass. It just also means that, like, similar to Bambaataa and a long list of other people who've done some fucked up shit.
We got to talk about this
Like,
in depth.
Right, because it's one of those things. It's like, does the messed up thing take away the great things they've done? Does it
when you're not affected by it, yes.
Right.
When you're not affected by it, yes. But when you're affected by it, that's why I don't speak on shit like that a lot. It's like, yo, hey man,
hard.
It's. I think for some people or whatever, like, I think for a lot of people, they say like, oh, hands down, I can't fuck with it, and I think that's easier to say when we're dealing with people we don't know personally. But y'all know, like I know, we all got some fucked up family members. We all got some fucked up family members, and some of your most fucked up family members have done some amazing shit for you in your life. You know what I mean? So then, like, you know, when they've done certain things that you know are wrong, that you don't agree with, and let's flip it. Because, like, yo, look, I got cousins that were drug dealers. Shit, my uncle was a pimp. I got other family members, they straight murderers. Like, real life was murdering battles, you know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, but they cousin such and such. They still uncle blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, and so, again, I think, like, one of the things, I think what's wrong is wrong. Absolutely. Wrong is always wrong. But I think with our judging and our pointing fingers at people and acting like you ain't one bad day away from being any of these people. You know what I mean? Like, this holier than thou shit, like, you know, it just needs to be put in check. Because the fact of the matter is, some of the same people you see talking shit one day on the news or whatever, they're in the news the next week for damn near the same thing. Yeah. So, you know, it's that's all I'm saying. But again, not downplaying any of the shit or whatever. But I know we gotta go because it's about that time.
It's a lot to talk about.
It is. And sorry to end so like abruptly with something so heavy. And sorry, I know I might have missed a few questions, man. But thank y'all for tuning in. Again, this is my good friend James Cash, man. Shout out to
please even if you just want to let Substantial know, because you're like, I don't really like the two new guys. But please let us know what you think, because this has been some shit that's been being talked about for a very long time, and it's just now coming into fruition. I'm super ultra mega fucking psyched, so please let us know what you guys think.
Yo, that comment right there sums it all up. He said, you can build 1,000 houses and suck one dick. You will always be known as Yo,
that is so fucking true, man.
Hey, at first, look, Cloud Kid. Before I read who said it, I thought you was coming for me. I'm like, listen here, motherfucker. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh no, this is fam. And then when I realized what you were saying, dog, that's it. That's it.
We make it our business to point the finger at somebody else's misfortune in spite of everything that they do that is good.
I think it's an envy thing.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Because we can talk about that.
Yeah, it's heavy. Obviously, we're gonna probably still be talking about this off camera too while we do. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I hope y'all enjoy Substantial Sundays. If you put when this video is officially live, well, no longer live, but just saved on YouTube. If you got additional questions, if I missed your question, you can put it in the comments. I always check my notifications, so I will answer the comments. Hopefully, fellas, if you get a chance, y'all can scroll back through and maybe catch some stuff that we missed. But man, definitely go check out Black Thought album. Enjoy the game tonight.
Check out that Joe D album.
Check out Joe D. Check out Cobra Kai. Really good show. And hey man, thank all of y'all for supporting The Garden, the new album, the instrumental album. Someone asked me what moved me to do an instrumental album. I've been doing instrumentals since I was 15 years old, making beats. I just felt like I wanted to do something in my career that was a little more challenging and put it out there. And yo, like the feedback has been amazing. Like the record is doing so well. It's literally doing better than some, like maybe my last 2 or 3 solo releases right now. And that's amazing. So thank y'all so much, man, for the support. And we got to wrap up. So this is the awkward point where I walk toward the camera because no one's behind the camera. This is strictly us running this. So yeah, we gotta go. Everybody say peace, peace, peace. Keep saying peace because it ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't.